What's going on, everybody? What's going on? We're here for another week. He said before we went live there, he's like, everybody be quiet, don't make any noise. And all of a sudden you hear... And then Olivia tossing it out like it was a basketball. And it's like unbelievable. He just said be quiet. But we're here. Let's go, everybody. Episode 6 of Make the Right Play. We're back. We got the coach here on my left. We got your Bowie, as always, behind the camera helping us out. The man, the myth, the legend. He is the best. We can't thank him enough. As always, there it is, a boop boop. And then, who do we got down there? What's going on here?
A very special guest.
A special guest. We have Leesan Villa joining us here for the first segment of the show. Olivia, how you doing?
I'm good.
Well, speak a little louder.
You're good?
I'm good.
You're good? Yeah, Gabriel Villa said this segment is sponsored by Chicken Salad Chick.
Oh, yes, this is sponsored by Chicken Salad Chick. If you're iconic, you go to Chicken Salad Chick.
If you're iconic, you go to Chicken Salad Chick. Wow, no free ads, but we just gave away a huge free ad.
I know, exactly.
But yeah, so Coach, oh my goodness, it's been a crazy, crazy week. Or like as usual, I feel like I say that every week, but I mean that is the truth. It's just every week it seems like so many things are happening, and there's too much news to kind of keep up with. But what's going on? What's up? How's everything going before we get into the nitty gritty?
I gotta tell you, I am so overwhelmed with everything that's going on. I don't even know where to begin.
Yeah.
I mean, there's just so
hard.
much going on between the assassination attempt,
Yeah.
the lies in the media, the censorship trying to go on, the increased division brought where we could all be fighting with each other.
Yep.
It's just awful. And then last week,
Yeah.
Olivia comes and tells us that there's a shooting threat to her school, and there's some wackadoo
In Pensacola.
they put out a post, every middle school, but it was anonymous. It was like they weren't going to tell you which school they were going to shoot. They just threatened every middle school. So the kids
there was
were
some
in
high
panic.
schools too, right?
Yeah,
Think?
it was
Washington?
Pace.
Yeah, talking to the
Oh, it was
microphone.
Washington and Pace.
Washington and
And
Pace.
Tate.
And Tate.
Yeah.
Okay, so 3 high schools and then all the middle schools.
Yeah.
So Olivia, kind of break this down. So play, because I remember coming in from walking the dogs and everybody was in a panic and yelling and everything. So break this down for me, Olivia. So what kind of happened from the student's point of view here?
So I wasn't really paying attention, and I woke up and I got a bunch of text messages, and there was a bunch of screenshots of a gun, and I didn't think that it was real at first.
Right.
Like, I thought I saw it on Pinterest, but then like I saw that school shooting was a trend, and then there was this whole Schoolboy 9 thing, so I actually thought it was real. So I did not want to go to school because school shootings is like a trend now, and I don't know why people think it's cool, but I was terrified.
Let me ask you this, to a 14-year-old, why do you think, what are some of the reasons what would make a 14-year-old want to shoot up a school?
Oh, a good question. Hard-hitting questions there. We're getting flagged.
Okay. Kids bullying each other probably, or like they're just generally bored, or like they hate everyone in their school and they had a really bad past trauma at a school, which made them want to shoot it up.
All right, so do you think the reason why they want to shoot up the schools is because guns exist, or do you think it's because it's some kind of mental illness?
Mental illness, and in the world we live in, it's kind of a trend now, so they think shooting up schools is cool.
You think it's because they think it's cool?
Yeah, because the last school shooting, usually it's a grown man and it's like 30-year-olds, but the last one was a 14-year-old.
Your age.
Your age.
Yeah, my age.
Oh, right, yes. You're right. It was a 14-year-old.
The last school shooting was a 14-year-old, so now the girl who threatened to shoot everyone was 11.
Right.
So it's now the ages are young instead of like 30-year-old people or 24-year-old people.
Now, do you really think she was a threat to shooting up the school, or do you think that she was looking for attention?
This is a serious segment. I'm sorry. I got a bucket to reel it in here.
Well, reel it in, but we want answers.
Wait, what was the question?
Repeat the question, Coach, in the manner that you delivered it. There we go.
I forgot what the question is now. I forgot what the question was because they started making fun of me.
Well, because you picked the mic up off the ground like you're a reporter outside the school, and you're like, "What do you think of this, Liv?" And it's like we're inside the studio about 3 feet apart.
I forgot the question. Olivia, it was nice to have you join us.
Wait, I have it.
All right, hold on. An additional
remember.
thing.
It was I think. Oh, I forgot the question.
All right,
no.
so
All right, well,
thanks so much for coming.
Did you just kick her off?
Yeah.
You just kicked her off the show.
You wanted to reel it in. I I asked the question. And he goes, let me reel it in. This is getting too serious. This is getting too serious. So I said, forget about it. Then it goes.
No, I meant I had to reel it in because I was laughing at you holding up the mic, and this is a serious topic about what makes a 14-year-old decide to kill people, and I'm laughing my ass off because you're asking it like you're eyewitness CBS in front of the school. So I'm laughing.
Excuse me, but I'm eyewitness. Make the right play.
Right. Okay. My apologies. I missed the media badge give out.
For 2 minutes. I was in the show for 2 minutes.
All right. So
well, just
Olivia, no, because I have a question. So I know, like, you know, one thing I've noticed, especially in terms of trends with school shootings, I guess, and it's sad that I even have to say that, but I feel like more school shootings happen from kids who are more quiet, not really on social media, and it's not kind of publicized a lot. Yeah. So with this one, or this threat, I guess, where they kind of more like they publicized and they were like, we're coming. Like, did you feel more scared, I guess, because it was publicized, or like was it kind of just like I don't know?
Pensacola is different because they said that they were gonna shoot up a football game, and they always posted that they were gonna shoot up a football game, and they always did shoot up the football game when they posted it. So that's why I feel like when they
remember
they shot up a football game. Yeah, remember you wouldn't let me go to a football game anymore.
Fake news.
Well, you would literally
fake news.
Like CNN here.
You wouldn't let me go to the NEP football games because you thought I was gonna get shot.
Oh,
that's not true. Oh wait, maybe that one was true.
Yes.
I don't know.
No, I remember asking her if I could go. I asked her if I could go to a football game.
Right.
And then she said,
"You're right." Last year that happened.
She said I couldn't go to a football game because there was just too many shootings at the games. And there's always a shooting in Pensacola in the public. You see it all over the news. Remember that one boy got shot like a few months ago with his friend? They were practicing with guns and they accidentally shot himself.
I thought that was Guilford,
Olivia,
Connecticut.
That happens everywhere where kids play with guns and accidentally shoot each other.
Yeah. Oh, look, Scott Villa coming in with the validation. She's right.
No, yeah, it was last year.
She's right.
It was last year.
Trying to gaslight me.
Lock it in.
I'm not gaslighting you. Listen, all I know is that I don't remember,
like Chris
but
Cuomo
now you reminded me.
Yes. And there's a bunch of stabbings. There's a bunch of stabbings too in fights at Pensacola, and they always post that there's going to be a fight, and there always is. Like at PHS versus Pine Forest, there was a huge fight and stabbing, I think 2 weeks ago.
Yep. No, I remember, because I even remember when Presley was playing that you guys were always telling me that there were fights and stuff. And
that was a fight between Washington and Pensacola High School.
Yes. No, I remember that.
Games.
Yeah.
I have to say, when I left that football game, I felt like I was in the movie Colors. There were cops everywhere. It was late at night, and I was like, "What the hell?" Because coming from New York, it's a very different vibe.
You know, it is totally.
So all of a sudden, you just see cops everywhere, and I was like, "What the hell is this?" I felt like I was on a movie set or something.
No, it's true.
But yes, but that game, I remember.
Okay. All right. Well, no. So
I remember my question now.
Okay, bring it.
Do you feel that the 11-year-old was a real threat, or do you think that she just threatened to get attention?
Oh, to get attention. She wasn't going to do anything, but I think everyone was scared because they didn't know it was an 11-year-old.
Right.
And they actually thought it was.
That was my question, because I remember, like, when they posted the pictures, I don't think anybody kind of knew it was an 11-year-old. They made it seem like it was like an adult male.
Yeah.
So nobody kind of knew, and then all of a sudden.
That's how the world is now. That's how everyone types. So
right.
You could be like 30 and you'll still type like that 11-year-old girl type, so you wouldn't know the difference.
Man.
That says a lot about the education in this country,
right.
huh? Great job for the money we're spending.
Yeah, U.S. Department of Education.
Language arts.
Well, money well spent, U.S. Department.
It's called Ganglish. They type Ganglish.
Ganglish.
Yeah.
That's what they teach in the public school system?
I remember when they used to call it Ebonics. Now they call it Ganglish.
Oh, God.
What the hell? They always have an excuse for poor grammar.
The mic. Yeah, no, it is true. But, no, I live at, it's really sad. I'm sorry that you had to go through that last week. I mean, that's awful.
It was a free day off of school. But
she loved it. She loved being able to stay home for school on a Friday. Give me a break.
Ain't nobody cares.
She's like, when's the next thread? Nobody better threat. Nobody better ever threat.
Jen Alpha can't read, Gabe Villa says.
But it was also, Gabe's just a hater, and he obviously didn't go to Chicken Salad Chick this week. It shows. But
okay.
What I wanted to say is that I was actually scared at first because there were so many texts on my phone, and I had no clue what was going on. Because there's also a trans Schoolboy 9, and he
Who is Schoolboy 9?
Can I say that?
No, you're not allowed to say any names.
Schoolboy 9?
It's okay,
Schoolboy Q,
listen.
like the rapper?
It doesn't matter.
That's not his real name.
Well, no, it doesn't matter.
an
But
alias?
let's not use any nicknames or anything.
That's
It's like a,
All right,
it's
we're
like
not
a-
going to
it's like a
argue anymore.
Is it like a Batman
Olivia,
villain?
thank you for your visit very much.
All right, I guess it's like we should get like the Oscar music going in the background.
Let's play it. Schoolboy music. Woo-woo. Say goodbye. Say goodbye.
Bye.
Get off, all right, get off
All
my
right,
set.
goodbye, Olivia. Thank you so much for coming.
Thanks for coming. Appreciate you. Get off.
All right, so we
so-
need to talk about other topics
Yes,
now.
we got to start moving on here. Because we got a lot to get to. I do appreciate Olivia. I mean, she's pretty brave for a 14-year-old. Just come
Olivia
on.
is fantastic.
So that
she
you gotta
really
give her
is
credit.
fantastic.
You got to give her credit there. Yeah. So I know we have like we said, we have so many things we got to get to. Thank you so much, Olivia, for coming on the show and talking to us. Coach, a lot of events are coming up.
Tons.
So I want to highlight a couple of events that are
Yes.
coming up. We got some big weekends ahead. So this weekend, I got to shout out again St. Vincent de Paul and the Friends of the Poor Walk. So
Yes.
for those who don't know, St. Vincent de Paul is a wonderful, wonderful ministry. I'm a part of the St. Vincent de Paul Society at St. Paul's Catholic Church over on Scenic Highway. And we're hosting our big Friends of the Poor Walk.
Yes.
That's this Saturday at 8 a.m. at Pensacola Catholic High School. You got to go be there. You can sign up. We have the link below in the description of the video, the I Donate page. You click that and you can go register to walk. You register to leave a donation if you can't make it to the walk. But it's a really, really important ministry. What we do, we get out, we help people who need rental assistance, need help with their clothes, need help with if they need a couch, a bed, a dresser, if they need help paying all their utilities. You know, we make sure that we take care of those who are in troubling situations or in need. So this is one of our biggest fundraisers of the year. It's a really, really big event. So if you can get out to Pensacola Catholic High School, we'll clip this, we'll push it out. If you can get out to Pensacola Catholic High School at 8 a.m. on Saturday, please come hang out, come walk. We're gonna have the McGuire's marching band. There'll be burgers, hot dogs. It'll be a great event, live music. So it's going to be a lot of fun, and we'd really appreciate it if you're able to come out and hang out.
It's a very great event. I hope you guys come.
Yes. And speaking of awesome, awesome events, Coach, we got a big one coming up in 2 weeks, a couple Saturdays from now. Are you fired up?
Yeah, of course. It's the red carpet premiere.
The red carpet trailer premiere.
The trailer premiere of Southern Village. And I'm
Yes.
very excited about it. And we got to go to Cumulus Station the other day and do some radio spots for multiple radio stations. So
Yeah, it was awesome.
It was exciting.
No, it was fantastic. We went out to Mobile, hung out at Cumulus Media. We did the big station 93 or 93 BLX. We did the gospel station. I can't remember. What is it? 1059 or is one of the
You're asking me?
Yeah,
But
I thought with your,
this is the only thing that really mattered.
All right, break it down.
So we met Gentleman George, and Gentleman
Oh,
George
here we go.
was
Give it a little plug.
shocked to
Little
learn
plug.
that Carlos was my son.
He was very
Because
shocked.
How could I have a son this old when I'm this young? So I was like,
Yeah.
made my whole day. Let's be honest. That was the best part of the whole thing. Why don't we show the clip of?
Oh yes, of us at the radio station.
We actually have a clip of the
we
radio
do,
station.
yeah, of us hanging out, and he was like so shocked. He was like, "What? Yeah." So check it out. Let's play that clip. Clip 1, you boy.
Are you a real son?
I'm a real son, yeah.
Are you serious?
Carlos and Leesan.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Y'all are real?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah.
So that was all of us hanging out.
And in the movie, too.
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, yeah.
He's a much better son in real life, though.
Wow.
Yeah, no, that was awesome. That was a great day. I really had such
It was,
a blast.
and you know what was the best part was being able to catch up with my co-stars.
Yep.
You know, I mean, it's just so Jerome was there.
Yes, he was. He's in the chat as well.
Yeah, hey Jerome, what's up? He's the leading man of
Yep.
Southern Village, and you're gonna be amazed by his portrayal of the character Larry Wesley.
Yeah, he's fantastic.
He really captured the essence of Larry Wesley. I thought he was fantastic, to be honest with you. And Enrico did such a great job with that movie. So, Southern Village, December 8th is the movie premiere. The 29th is the trailer premiere.
September 29th, yeah. Foley Civic Center.
Yeah, come on out and hang out with us.
And that link as well to the Eventbrite page, that link will be in the video description as well. So if you go down to the video description on the YouTube channel, click that link. It'll take you to the website where you could go buy tickets. And we hope to see you there at the Foley Civic Center. Foley, Alabama. It's on the 29th, 6:30 p.m. The doors open. So make sure you guys are there to check it out because it is great. It's a great film. I was very honored to be a part of it. I'm super excited for all you guys to see it because it was a
People
lot
are
of
going to
hard
be
work.
amazed by your performance too, because
No, I
you
hope
really
so.
did a huge transition of
Yeah.
your real character, like who you are in real life,
Right.
and you really make yourself like it's going to be fantastic. Come on out and see it.
It was a lot of hard.
But
a lot of hard
also
work.
on an optimistic note,
Okay.
coming home from the radio station, your father starts telling me how optimistic he is about the Giants season.
Yes.
Even though they lost game 2,
He
he
is.
said, "Hey, I feel good. I think we're going to make the playoffs." And Carlos almost drove right off the road.
Yeah.
And my
Yeah,
poor
I wasn't,
husband, he's so delusional whenever it
I
comes to the
wasn't-
Giants.
No,
It's terrible.
I mean, listen.
Oh my
so
gosh.
I could see where he's coming from. Daniel Jones was number 3 in the league in quarterback rankings this week.
It's
He
not
was
gonna
ranked
happen.
number 3 in the entire league. He had a great day. We didn't have a kicker. We should have won that game. If we had a kicker, we would have won. Shout out Brian Dable. You're an absolute ass for not having a backup kicker. Like, I don't know how you could think you don't need one, but you obviously do. We don't have a kicker. We lose the game on a game-winning field goal from the Commanders. So it's unbelievable. But yeah, I mean, I don't
The
know.
good news is that my husband was
I'm
in a
not
good
sold.
mood. So
I'm
they
not sold
lost,
on
but
the
he was
Giants.
still happy. So
I
who
can't get
cares?
I can't get too excited.
The bad news is he did go to the FSU game this weekend,
Yep.
and they were terrible.
Yeah,
I
they were
don't
bad.
understand why they don't change that quarterback. Like, what is he going to have to do?
Yeah. No,
He literally stopped running for a touchdown.
Yeah.
Like, he literally, all he had to do was run in the end zone,
Yep.
and he thought he got tackled, but he didn't get tackled. Nobody blew the whistle.
Yeah. And he just stopped. He's the worst. I mean, I could rant on him day after day. DJU is terrible. He has no talent. I don't know what he's doing back in the ACC. They chased him out once. I don't know why we even brought him back. But he proved my point again. I said it from the minute we got him at Florida State. I was like, he's going to be bad. I said it the minute they got him. So he still sucks. And the team is bad. I mean, you're 0-3. And I saw some quote that Mike Norvell called the 3 teams like 3 really good teams. Whatever, we lost to 3 really good teams. I almost wanted to like drive to Tallahassee and smack him across the face. I was like, are you kidding me? Like, how low of an organization you got to be like, yeah, Memphis kicked our ass.
Listen,
really
what
good
is he
team.
going to say?
Like, it's
What
just a
is he going to
disgrace.
say? Is he going to come out and
He
say,
should
my
say-
team
he
sucks?
should say, yeah,
our
we're
quarterback
bad.
sucks.
We're a bad
We
team.
suck. I don't know how to
Own
make
it.
a change. Is that what he's going
I
to come
mean,
out and say?
the Titans
They're all
quarterback
a bunch
did.
of bullshit artists. Everybody's a bullshit artist. Nobody tells the truth anymore.
The Titans coach.
Remember the old days? They used to tell the truth.
The Titans coach went and called the quarterback bad. And he was like, I yelled at him right on the sidelines. They got a soundbite of him like screaming at him, like, what the hell are you doing? Terrible. But yeah, FSU's bad. But I mean, that's no surprise. They're going to be bad all year.
Listen, I still love FSU though. The Marching Chiefs are great.
Yeah.
I'm still going to root for them, but they're just bad this year. And the coach doesn't want to make a change. So what are you going to do? We're in for a long season.
It's going to be a long year. But coach, I mean, the big news that happened literally yesterday, right before we're getting, we're going over everything. The number 1 trending topic is Diddy, Puff Diddy, arrested in New York. Why? I mean, everybody knew kind of. If you don't know, you're living under a rock about what's going on with Diddy, and for the fact that he came back to New York is puzzling. Because he ran away. Remember, he ran away.
Well, I know that they searched his house in Miami. I know that he was going to go on the lam,
Yeah.
but he didn't totally go on the lam because he wanted to try to be able to fight for bail.
Mm-hmm.
But he went back to New York to show them that he was going to surrender and face the charges.
Yep.
But I almost feel like they arrested him to make a distraction for the Trump assassination. Because
Yeah,
they needed to
you did say
knock
that.
Trump and the assassination off the news. And we're constantly being distracted with BS in this country. I mean, let's be honest.
Mm.
So I feel that they were like, we need to arrest P. Diddy and put that on every headline, get it trending, and everybody will forget that they tried to kill Trump again. That's what I think.
Again. Yeah, but I mean,
Again.
I don't know. For some reason, when I first saw that Diddy got arrested, I almost got like Epstein 2.0 vibes. To
You
be honest
did.
with you,
You totally
as soon as
did.
I saw it, and I was listening to what was going on, and the charges that they laid out for him, and the fact that he was running, and from what they called it, a criminal enterprise. They called it a criminal enterprise
Yeah.
with sex trafficking, kidnapping, forced labor, bribery, obstructing justice. Some of the charges that they laid out, and the fact that he was doing this for years at these, they called it the freak-off parties.
Yeah, the freak off. I heard that he had the best freak off party he had for Barack
For
Obama.
Obama in 2008,
For President
when
Obama's
Obama won.
birthday.
Yeah.
They had a huge freak out party for
Yeah,
him.
like it was just unbelievable. And so the fact that he was doing this all this time untouched. You know, he was participating in DNCs. It gives me this vibe, this underlying sense of that they all were in on it. They all kind of knew what was going on. They all had a hand to partake. And it just, I don't know, it just gives me this weird vibe that there's a lot more to unravel in that situation.
The gossip is that they're saying that he used to film the freak-off parties.
Yeah.
And the reason why he filmed them was to use it to blackmail people. And like he would drug them, and then they would do things that normally maybe, let's say, they wouldn't do.
Yeah.
And they found what, like 1,000 jars or 1,000 bottles of lube?
Yeah, 1,000 bottles of lube.
1,000 bottles of lube? Like,
and
what the hell was going on at these freak-off parties?
With scratched off serial numbers, a bunch of drugs. They found a bunch of stuff.
But the lube, I mean,
Yeah,
come on. And then he said that he would have these people have sex so much that they would have to give them an IV because they were passing out from having so much sex.
It's unbelievable.
Well, not the people, like the sex traffic people or whatever.
Right, yeah, obviously.
The hookers, I guess. I don't know. What do you call people who were like forced to have sex with people nowadays? I know, like in the old days, they were hookers. Nowadays,
hookers
we call them like
the
sex
worker,
trap, or
right?
I don't know. But these poor women,
Yeah.
I'm sure they were attracted to the lifestyle, the power. They got sucked in, and before you know it, they're involved in this criminal organization where he's, trying to blackmail people with catching them in compromising positions, which is what they said about Jeffrey Epstein.
Yeah. I just,
Oh, we're going to talk about that, Corey. Don't worry.
Oh, yeah, Corey. We have that on tap.
But you know what it is? It's that yesterday, what I found so annoying is that President Trump, right? Donald Trump, they tried to assassinate him for a second time. It wasn't even trending.
Yeah,
the assassination attack wasn't even in the top 20 because everything was about P. Diddy. And it's just like, I really feel like they're trying to distract everybody by having this arrest come right now. However, will this backfire? And is that why they didn't grant him bail? Is because they're going to Jeffrey Epstein his ass in jail and he's going to commit suicide over the next few weeks and he won't be able to sing like a canary.
That's true.
Talk about the people that he captured in these compromising positions.
Cat Williams, he told us. He said, it's going to come out. The lies are going to come out. The lies will be exposed. And P. Diddy is, I think, one of those guys that I think has a lot of lies to tell. And a lot of, he's got a lot of things that he's going to unravel. But
you know what Cat Williams said?
What did he say?
He said, it's God's side and the other side.
Yep.
God's side right here and the other side. Mm-hmm. I'm on God's side. I wasn't at any freak-off parties or freak-out parties or whatever.
Right, he said that on Shannon Sharp.
Yeah,
Shannon
he did
Sharp's
in the beginning of the year.
podcast. Yeah,
He said,
remember.
all lies will be exposed.
Yep.
And I was so excited. I was like, oh my gosh, Cat Williams said all lies will be exposed.
And then we watched that
and
awful
everybody
stand-up.
thought I was crazy.
Yeah, no, I remember. And you got so excited. You were like, we got to watch this new stand-up. And then we watched the stand-up. It was so bad.
I thought it was good.
Yeah, I thought it
like
was
Cat
terrible.
Williams.
I
I
thought it
think
was
he's
terrible.
funny. But I have to say, he's
Yeah.
right. He prophesied
No, he is
P.
right.
Diddy
He's
getting
100%,
arrested this year.
100% right. But listen, I really think we got to watch in the coming weeks. I don't think P. Diddy makes it through another 2 episodes to make the right play, but we're going to find out. I mean, I think that there's a lot of things that he could talk about, and I think that puts him at a greater risk of, Jeffrey Epstein.
And he used to do the interviews at the DNC. He
Yeah,
was
like he was
very
very
close
involved.
to the DNC.
Yeah.
And we were even Googling pictures of Trump. The last time Trump took a picture with him was in 2004.
Yeah, early 2004.
And that's when
yeah.
P. Diddy got really involved with the DNC. So, I mean, I got to say, I'm getting that Jeffrey Epstein vibe.
I am too. I think that
Not-
there's
not a good look.
lot there. But listen, what the biggest topic that like you said, they're trying to distract us from is the fact that Trump, they tried to kill Trump again, which if you didn't think that they were going to try to do it again, you're an idiot, because everybody knows that this is the only way that they're going to get this guy off the ballot and off the election sheet is by trying to kill him. And what happens? Well, Coach, Ryan Ruth tries to kill him at the golf course.
First, let's put it in a little bit of perspective for you
break
guys,
it down.
okay? So we have a commercial where, remember the last guy, Thomas Crook? Well, he was in a commercial for BlackRock. And now this Ryan Ruth guy was in a pro-Ukrainian propaganda video that is associated with BlackRock. BlackRock didn't produce it. However, I have to say, I was shocked to learn today that BlackRock is responsible for raising over $400 billion for Ukraine.
For the Ukraine war.
No. For rebuilding Ukraine.
Right,
So
rebuilding,
that's
yes.
why it's so important that Ukraine wins, because since 2022, BlackRock has started raising money, and it's now at $400 billion. And just today, Microsoft went in with BlackRock.
Yes, with a massive deal.
Yeah, with a massive deal.
Yep.
But before we get into the deals, let's show the commercials to show you that we're not crazy.
So these are the two commercials that have both of the assassins that tried to kill Trump. They are both in these commercials. This is going to be clip 2, Yabui. This is the BlackRock commercial.
The action is to appeal to what leaders,
Right there's Ryan
what
Ruth.
organization.
I teach AP and honors economics in Pittsburgh,
And there's
Pennsylvania.
the,
Financial
Tom Scruggs.
well-being to me is knowing that I can be free to do the things that I love to do. I hope when I retire someday, they say that guy made this place a special place to come to school
There he is.
and gave as much as he could to help the community.
So those are both of the commercials that they're both in. And the way that they tried to sell this guy too, this Ryan Ruth, just a regular guy. I love that. Just Ryan Ruth is just a regular guy that happened to be in Ukraine trying to recruit people to go and fight for Ukraine.
He's a construction worker.
He's a
Construction
liar.
worker who was actually trying to recruit
Afghani, yes.
Afghanis to go to Ukraine for $1,200 and fight in Ukraine.
Yep.
Ukraine. Hey, send me your passport. I'm going to help you find a way into Ukraine, even if you have to fly to Poland. Then you go to. Wait a minute.
Right.
Wait a minute. Like, he's not on the FBI's radar?
Yeah.
Like, oh, wait a minute. Multiple people actually did report him to the FBI and to the CIA, including Ukrainians, who said this wackadood's trying to bring Serbians into the country. They reported him to the FBI. You know why nobody ever did anything about it? Why do you think nobody did anything about it? I can't say because it would just be a guess. But I'm just saying that if I was trying to get people to send me a passport to send them into a war zone, I would get into deep trouble, right?
Yeah. No, you obviously can't do that here.
Unless maybe you're working for somebody with the government,
No, the deep state.
right? If you're involved with the deep state, that's the only way I think this guy gets away with it. I got to be honest with you.
Yeah, the fact that he was trying to bring in people illegally in Ukraine too, like not just legally, illegally. He even said, "I will get you in. I will find a way to get you in."
Send me your passport.
Yeah,
Who the
send
hell
me
is
your
he?
information.
He's not a passport officer or whatever the hell they are. The people who give out the passports.
He is
Who
insane.
is he to get people passage into Ukraine? You gotta be involved with the government. You can't just have human trafficking. That doesn't make any sense.
Well, let's pull up that photo too. That the New York Times article, photo 1, Yabui. This is a little snippet from a New York Times article on this guy. Kind of just giving a little background on who he is. Oh no, it's photo 1. New York
Gabriel,
Times.
you're absolutely ridiculous. Trump has enough exposure. Thank you very little.
Yeah, that's it, the RNC is behind the assassination
That's
attempt. There it
absolutely
is.
ridiculous.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah, so this is Ryan Ruth. Here, Lee Bowie, can you bring it over the just so I can read off? Of
Yeah,
it. There
this
you
is
go.
from the New York Times.
Yeah, so with Legion growth stalling, Ryan Ruth is a former construction worker from Greensboro, North Carolina, is seeking recruits from among Afghan soldiers who fled the Taliban. Mr. Ruth also spent several months in Ukraine last year and said he planned to move them in some cases illegally, from Pakistan and Iran to Ukraine. He said dozens had expressed interest.
No, but the
Dozens.
thing
What a
is that the
massive
government
number.
does nothing about it.
Yeah, it's
right?
just whatever.
Yeah, because why? They have private and public enterprise working together with BlackRock. That's what was going on here. It's absolutely disgusting. Okay?
Well, so you were doing some
I
research.
gotta tell you right now, back in 2022, BlackRock CEO Larry Fink and Vladimir Zelensky agree to help build Ukraine. And they said, you know, we're going to have private equity money around $50 million. You know, we're just going to give a little. Then Larry Fink says investors will be flooding Ukraine post-war and the country will become a beacon to the rest of the world to show the power of capitalism. Over the course of the past 2 years, BlackRock, with the help of the likes of JP Morgan, Chase, Microsoft, and others, have now invested over $40 billion into Ukraine. So if people are starting to invest in 2022 and it's now 2024, Do you think maybe they're starting to look for a return on that investment because this war keeps going and going and going?
Nonstop.
Just on September 6th, to foreign investors at a trading session at the New York Stock Exchange, Zelensky says, "We are free, we are strong, and we are open for business." I thought you were at war, honey. I thought you were at war. You're free, you're strong, you're open for business. And the investments focus on one, the military-industrial complex, agriculture, pharmaceuticals, energy, power, natural resources. Yeah, because they're going to be mining and digging for everything in that country. And industrial manufacturing, like building green steel mills. And just today, Microsoft gets involved with AI development with Ukraine. So let me tell you something. You know why 2 people in these BlackRock commercials are trying to kill Donald Trump?
Yeah.
Do I need to paint you a picture? There's only one reason. The money. It's the money, and it's the private equity companies, along with the public sector, working together. And if Trump wins and he becomes president, he's going to end this stupid war in Ukraine.
Yeah,
because this is bullshit. This is all about money. You guys need to wake up. This is about money. You think you're going to see that $400 billion investment? You think you're going to get some money? You ain't going to see nothing. You're just paying your tax dollars, but you don't get anything back. You don't get anything back for everything that we're giving to Ukraine. Wake up. The rich will continue to get richer. It's a huge transfer of wealth that's going on in this world globally. There is a globalist agenda, and you guys have got to wake up. I'm sorry, but it just really upsets me.
No, listen, it's getting hot in here. I'm starting to sweat a little bit.
Well, because they tried to kill Trump twice.
Yeah.
It's like, guys, come on. How does a nobody, a construction worker, have all this power where he can get passports, bring people internationally, traffic them? Then you got the other guy in the BlackRock commercial too. And both of them are the assassins, the would-be assassins. And when you, listen, I had a friend in high school who got killed over his laundry money. And I'm not even exaggerating. My friend in high school got shot over the change to go do his laundry. People will kill you over $1. Imagine $400 billion. You better believe Trump is not lying when he talks about World War III possibly happening. He is not lying.
The threat has never been higher. I mean, look at just the other day. They're talking about using missiles to strike in Russia. And Putin just comes out and says, he's like, if you use a missile, we're going all the way.
Yeah,
he's like, if you use a missile and blow up Russian cities, we're going to the point of no return.
He is.
He just straight up, and he's just very matter of fact. This is what's going to happen if you decide to use missiles.
The guy has nuclear weapons.
Yeah.
Wake up. If you start shooting at him with missiles, guess what he could do?
He's got a bigger missile.
He could drop a bomb right on Ukraine, and I'd like to see what happens with BlackRock's investment then.
They'll just level that country.
And listen, they don't care about us. They don't care about our kids going to fight in these wars.
Yeah.
Think about it.
They don't care.
We're just collateral damage. They don't care about us. Listen, guys, I'm sorry, but I have to say this. You need to start to open your eyes, open your hearts, open your ears, and open your mouth and start telling people the truth, okay? You have to see what's going on in our country. You have to start opening your mouth and start praying. Don't be afraid, okay? Be afraid if you don't. Because if we head into World War III, and you know that the media is covering up this shit with stupid P. Diddy arrests and all kinds of nonsense, they don't want to tell you the truth. They don't, listen, they don't want to tell you that a private equity firm, a hedge fund, has $400 billion invested in this war. They don't want to say that.
And
because that might get you thinking.
It's unbelievable that a private company can have so much invested in foreign affairs and foreign wars like this. How does that happen? Like,
and it started in 2022.
Right.
And it just kept growing and growing and growing. And they just keep digging themselves deeper and deeper into this hole. So you know they're probably very nervous that if Donald Trump wins and he ends this war, all of a sudden, they're not going to get a return.
Yeah.
You're right. I do need to breathe because I have to tell you, I'm afraid. I remember being a kid having to crawl underneath the desk when I was a child. I had to crawl under the desk. We used to do nuclear war. You know, now they do, a shooter. When I was a kid, it was like the whole island of Manhattan might be gone. Go under your desk.
No, yeah.
Like, I'm not even making this up. Go under your desk. They might bomb Manhattan. We're going to do a nuclear war drill. Right? Reagan ended all that, and now we're going back. Oh, wait, right? Isn't that? We don't want to go back. We're going back. We're going back. You vote for Kamala Harris. We're going back. World War III. I'm sorry, but it's the truth. And you guys are not listening because P. Diddy, Taylor Swift, which distraction can I watch next? Oh, let me put on the Giant King. No offense, honey.
Oh, that.
I'm just
come
saying.
on.
I'm just saying
That was
there's so many,
unnecessary.
No, I'm sorry.
That was unnecessary to
It's
bash
just, I
football
have to
like
tell
that.
you, I'm so frustrated for the future of our country, and I'm scared. I have to be honest with you. I'm scared, but I'm not going to be scared, and I'm going to speak the truth, and I'm going to tell everybody what I think, and I'm going to tell everybody, go look up the facts yourself.
Yeah.
BlackRock is heavily invested in this war, and it's a public-private investment. That means our
Right.
government is heavily invested in this war as well. Okay? So please, open your ears, open your eyes, and open your mouth and tell people we need to avoid World War III.
Right. And there's only one way to do that.
What? What is the
There's
way?
only one way to do that.
What?
Do I say it?
Say it.
Vote Trump.
Yeah, vote for
Vote
Donald Trump. I mean, do I have to paint
There's
you a
only
picture?
one. There's only one way. There's only one way to avoid this, and it's to go in and vote Trump. They tell you you got to be educated, do your research. Well, we just did the research for you. We did the research for you. She sits at the dining room table and she does the research for you. And she painted you a picture. She showed what's really going on behind the curtain, what they won't tell you on CNN and MSNBC. And we're going to get to them because we're going to show you what they do tell you. We're going to show you what they do tell you on CNN and what they tell you on MSNBC. But what they don't tell you is that you have companies like this funding wars, investing in violence, and everybody's got a piece of the pie. Everybody's getting a little sliver.
They
And
have
that's
a lot
why this is
invested.
continuing to go on.
They don't care how many people have to die as long as they get their money.
You know what it kind of made me think of too?
What?
They talked about what they always talk about, and especially in the media too, is they're always talking about how they need to figure out a way to stop the Israel-Hamas conflict. They talk about the Israel-Hamas
my
conflict all the
gosh.
time.
Oh.
It almost seems like they pushed the Ukrainian fight, the Russian-Ukrainian fight, almost like out of the picture because they want it to continue to go on. They don't want people to think about the war anymore. It's out
course
because they
not.
have so much invested. So now they're talking about how we need to come to a solution with Israel and Palestine, how we need to handle that
Right,
conflict.
right.
And
And they
this
don't
war
even
has
talk
been
about
going
it.
on since 2021.
Yeah, they
this
don't
has
even
been
talk
going
about
on
it.
for years.
Carlos, remember everybody used to have a profile picture with the Ukraine flag.
And
I
the
stand
Ukraine
with
flags
Ukraine.
on people like we're in the
It was
United
so
States and you
ridiculous.
drive past somebody's house and they have the Ukraine
And they
flag
had the Ukraine-
outside.
everybody was
Like we're in Ukraine.
Right? That went out of style real quick.
Yeah, quickly.
That went out of
Quickly
style
gone.
quick.
Quickly
and you
gone.
know what happened?
Yep.
The money kept rolling in and the people are still dying and we are funding it. And
Yeah.
I'm telling you right now, if we're not careful, there's a little boy in Ukraine right now or in Russia who's getting real pissed off.
Yeah.
And in 20 years, he's going to get his revenge on the country the same way Osama bin Laden did.
That's true.
And I'm sorry, but that's a fact. You
Think about
cannot
it.
keep doing evil things and funding evil things. You go vote for Kamala, you're voting for more wars.
Yeah.
I'm not voting
Easily.
for somebody who's for more
Just
wars.
straight up.
I stand with Bobby, right? That's who I stand for. I stand with Tulsi and I stand with Donald Trump. No more wars. I'm sick of it.
Listen, you can say whatever you want about Trump. You can say anything, but the one thing you can't say is that Trump incited violence in the world, because there was not more world peace when he was in office. There was more world peace than ever before. There was peace brokerage in the Middle East.
We have to show
There
those
was-
clips. Show them right now. Show
Which
those
clip?
clips. The one with
The
Trump
media?
talking about, no, the one with Trump, and then the one with Kamala lying and saying, we don't have any soldiers.
Oh, okay. Yes.
Let's show this clip. Trust me.
So let's start.
It's a good clip.
We'll start at clip 8.
Oh.
So we're gonna do clip 8.
Bill Benny said they should send 1,000 bottles of P. Diddy oil
To Ukraine.
That's a good
That is good. That is good. Yeah. So let's go clip 8, and then we'll go right into clip 9.
Response to her saying that you began the negotiations
thank
with
you.
the Taliban.
So, if you take a look at that period of time, the Taliban was killing our soldiers, a lot of them, with snipers. And I got involved with the Taliban because the Taliban was doing the killing. That's the fighting force within Afghanistan. They don't bother doing that because, they deal with the wrong people all the time. But I got involved. And Abdul is the head of the Taliban. He is still the head of the Taliban. And I told Abdul, don't do it anymore. You do it anymore, you're going to have problems. And he said, why do you send me a picture of my house? I said, you're going to have to figure that out, Abdul. And for 18 months, We had nobody killed.
Nobody killed when he was running the show. Nobody.
Well, people were getting killed, and that's when he said, look at your house. I have a picture of it. You start killing people, you kill more people. Imagine what's going to happen to your house. You know why? Because the last strong president who did that was Ronald Reagan. Because I'll never forget watching the cartoon Saturday morning. All of a sudden, Ronald Reagan comes in and you know, when you're a kid, back in the days, we didn't have cable TV. Saturday morning was the time to watch your cartoons. You're so excited. Ronald Reagan all of a sudden interrupts this program, and you're like, what the hell? And he goes, we just dropped a bomb on Gaddafi's house. I'm not kidding you. That's what he said. We just dropped a bomb because when I was kids, there wasn't soft parenting. It was like right during cartoons. We dropped a bomb on somebody's house. And let me tell you something. That put Gaddafi's ass in check.
Yeah.
And Trump was like, remember what happened to Gaddafi? Use your imagination.
Right.
And then the Taliban got in line.
Got in line.
So now let's talk about Kamala Harris and how she thinks about our troops.
Right. Well, you know, she said at the debate, there's no troops.
Well, she doesn't have any troops anywhere.
Right.
Well, let us say it in her own words. Let's not talk
All
for
right, let's leave
Kamala.
it. Let's leave it. Clip 9.
Yeah, I don't say her because she has no policy. Everything that she believed 3 years ago and 4 years ago is out the window. She's going to my philosophy now. In fact, I was going to send her a MAGA hat.
Look at her
Oh,
face.
this is
Oh,
we're looking for clip 9. That's clip 9? No.
is it maybe at the end? No.
No.
It was,
It's
sorry
clip 9
about that.
right
We're
here.
having-
Where the hell are we then? Right here, clip 9, right?
Yeah.
That's
So maybe
labeled
it's a
correctly.
10?
Is it in the fold? Is that clip in the folder that I sent you? Is there 2 clip 9s? It should be made clip champ.
Clip 9?
Yeah. Is there 2 in there?
Well,
There it is. This is
All
what
right,
we're
here it
looking
is.
for.
Sorry,
This
guys.
is what we're looking for.
Decision to pull out of Afghanistan. 4 presidents said they would, and Joe Biden did. And as a result, America's taxpayers are not paying the $300 million a day we were paying for that endless war. And as of today, there is not one member of the United States military who is in active duty in a combat zone in any war zone around the world the first time this century. What? But let's understand.
So where the fuck are we right now?
So those are troops who she was literally watching her say that there's no troops in an active war zone, and there they are, like we're sitting in an active war zone.
This lady is a liar.
Yeah.
Kamala lies all the time. She can't. And you know what? So they took the $300 million out of Afghanistan and they funneled the money to Ukraine.
Yeah.
That's what they did. They said, listen, we need to get out of Afghanistan like tomorrow because we need to put all that money in so we can match BlackRock's investment in Ukraine and show them that we're really serious about this war in Ukraine so that way they can keep getting money for it.
Yeah.
They're such BS artists. I swear.
The worst.
I can't take it. I cannot take it.
The worst exit either. Too. I mean, we showed it a couple episodes ago. All the equipment that we left behind too.
Oh yeah, 85.
All that stuff that we gave just the Taliban for free. We're like, here, take it. We don't want it.
It was so
Taxpayer
disgusting.
money.
So disgusting.
Given right to
what's
the
going
enemy.
on.
Right to the enemy.
I'm sure that guy was probably hoping that the Afghanis would come with the equipment.
Yeah. He was like, can you go and get some of that?
He's like, send me
need
a
that.
passport. I'll sneak you in through Poland, and then you can go help.
I mean,
them.
we give the Ukraine so much in tools anyway. I don't even
forget
think they
about
need it, to be honest.
Oh, it's so sick.
But we give them so much. But it you know, with everything that's going on, it's not just Trump that's getting attacked. It's the people that support Trump that get attacked too.
Because of all the lies.
Yeah.
Because there's so much chaos and confusion
Yeah.
that, they're like, no, Trump is a racist. Trump is a homophobe. Trump is a xenophobe. Trump is this. And his rhetoric is what's getting him killed. It's his rhetoric. Like, all they do, we have to show the clip about the rhetoric with Trump.
Oh, from the mainstream media.
Yes.
Yes.
Because they talk so bad about Trump all the time. I don't think they've ever said a nice word about that guy, even after he got a bullet to the head, right?
And the rhetoric that they give out is what almost you could say entices things like
And
this.
he even said it at the
entices
debate.
assassination attempts. So let's show that. Let's show that clip. Let's go from that. That's going to be clip 4. Clip 4. And this is on Greg
These are
Kelly
threats
Reports.
against the president, and it's a violation of federal law.
This is the last time an actor assassinated a president.
They're still going to have to go out and put a bullet in Donald Trump.
Show me where it says that protests are supposed to be polite and peaceful.
I have thought an awful lot about blowing up the White House.
You had to be stuck in an elevator with either President Trump, Mike Pence, or Jeff Sessions. Who would it be? Does one of us have to come out alive?
We'll go and take Trump out tonight.
Take him out now.
If we said that stuff about Joe Biden, we'd be
And
hauled
just
in
pause
for
that
questioning.
real quick.
No doubt
Bowie.
about it. Try
Because
posting.
there's a second part to the clip that I want to show, but I just want to say that's what they're displaying on the media. They're not telling you about what's happening behind the scenes. They're just feeding you bullshit like that to make you crazy and make you think that Trump is such an awful person that we have to get rid of Trump. We have to kill Trump. They literally said, put a bullet in him. You heard it right there. Like, they feed you the lies and the deceit and the BS on the mainstream media that make people fucking crazy.
Because the Democrats are the party of hate.
Yes.
They don't have policies to run on. They only have hate Trump to run on. Hate Trump.
All right, let's keep going.
Some of that stuff on Facebook. Johnny Depp and his friends, the President of the United States.
Most importantly, and I mean this from the bottom of my heart, Trump is a threat to this nation.
He is destructive to our democracy, and he has to be eliminated.
Trump is a existential, urgent threat to our democracy. He promises to rule as a dictator on day one, promises a bloodbath if he loses.
Donald Trump cannot be president again. He's an existential threat to democracy.
We rally and focus on Donald Trump and the extremist, good versus evil, existential threat that he represents to our democracy.
We have to defeat a person who is a threat to our democracy of the kind that we have not seen.
I feel like MAGA in general, they are threats to us domestically, and we see it time and time again.
Trump is an enemy of the United States.
Having Trump not only have had the codes, but now having the classified information for Americans, anyone and everyone who comes through should be terrifying to all Americans, and he needs to be stopped.
He needs to be stopped. I love that. But you know what my favorite line is? That Trump is an existential threat to democracy. Coming from the party who didn't even vote in their candidate. Coming from the party who didn't even vote. Part of democracy is voting for who your candidate is going to be. And they didn't even do that. But Trump is the threat? You completely bypass the whole point of the United States is to vote. One of the major things is to have the right to vote who you want to represent you. You completely bypassed that, said, screw that. We're not doing that. This is who we're picking. You had 5 people in a room and you pick Kamala Harris, and then you're going to go and tell Trump and Trump supporters are the biggest threat to democracy after you just skipped it? Like, that's just insane.
Well, because the deep state knows that they can control her because they want to protect their private and public investments around the world and keep us in endless wars. This is a military-industrial complex. Don't kid yourself. There is a deep state, and they don't want to answer to the voters. Hell, they don't even want to listen to their voters. They promote censorship all the time. And then if people you know what they're going to say? We're Russian misinformation. That's what they're going to say. Oh, there's private, public, look. Oh, that's Russian disinformation. They're for the Russians. No, honey, I'm the biggest patriot there is. I love this country. My family has been in this country since there was a little Dutch boy, 11 years old, brought as a kidnapped child. He was a human trafficked child to the island of Manhattan. It used to be called New Amsterdam.
New Amsterdam,
okay,
there it was.
I love this country so much. And I'm not kidding you when I tell you I would never be on Vladimir Putin's side, but I am not going to sit here and allow these people to keep lying all the time without trying to battle for my country. So please open your eyes, open your mouth, open your hearts, open your ears, talk to people, tell people how dangerous the path that we're on currently, how dangerous it is between the censorship, the lies, and they run on hate and they run on lies. I'm sorry to say, but that's the truth. That's all the DNC has to, and abortion. And human sacrifice.
Yes, of course.
Let's not forget that. So it's lies, hate, and human sacrifice. They're demonic.
1, 2, and 3.
They're demonic.
Man, crush that right there. That's a...
Listen, Carlos, I love this country so much. So when they try their bullshit telling me that I'm a Russian, whatever, I'm gonna freaking kick them in the balls if they were in front of me.
Well, I have to say, I do. The more like I'm seeing online and seeing clips and everything like that, I do think that there is some pushback right now. I do think that people are starting to wake up and figure out what's going on because even I just saw a clip. We had 9/11 last week. They had Kamala and Joe walking into a firehouse silent.
Oh, yes.
silent.
It's a dead even race.
Nobody,
Let's show it. We have to show that clip.
saying anything. And then Trump comes in and the place goes nuts.
We have to show that clip.
All right, let's show that clip. Let's show that clip.
A
Clip 10.
speaks
Clip
1,000
10.
words.
Crickets. Silent. Look, he's like looking for the applause. He's like, huh?
He's like, I'm here.
There he is.
And the place goes nuts. Yeah, I really think that people are waking up. People are starting to figure out that this is who we need to go with. We cannot trust them. And people are waking up and seeing that.
It is the biggest lie. I mean, I think even Joe Biden put on a Trump hat.
Oh, he did. He did put on a Trump hat.
We have a clip of this. You gotta watch this.
Yes,
right in the
all
same
right.
firehouse because politicians like to kiss ass.
Yes.
Watch this clip.
Clip 11. Clip 11. Go right into it.
Presidential
There he
hat.
is.
Presidential seal on it.
You want to autograph it?
Oh, sure, I'll autograph it. There you go, man. I need that hat.
You want my autograph?
Hell no.
You know my name. Come on.
I ain't going that far.
Yeah. There it is.
There it is. Put it on, Joe. Put it on, baby. Yeah, that's right. Put it on.
Now let's play the clip with Trump, what he says.
Oh yes, well, I mean, yeah, we talked about it last episode. I mean, Kamala, Biden hates Kamala. Let's go, clip 14.
And you know what? I'll give you a little secret. He hates her. He can't stand her.
He hates her. He hates her. I mean, does he hate her? Put the Trump hat on. Does he hate her? Does he hate her?
He put on the Trump hat.
Yeah.
There's such ass kisses that it's
Yeah.
like, oh, everybody hates me. No one will clap for me.
Mm-hmm.
Let me put on the Trump hat.
Yeah, that was the biggest applause
I
he got all
live for
day.
the applause, applause, applause. I live for the applause, applause.
It's true. That was the best. That's the most love he got all day. Was when he put that hat on.
Those people couldn't stand him.
Yeah.
It is the biggest fugazi lie that Kamala and Trump are neck and neck. It's BS.
Yeah.
They have to bust people into her rallies.
Yeah.
She's like, you should go to a Trump rally. Kamala, you have to pay people to go to your
I know
rallies.
people. You got to pay.
Give me
You got to
a
pay them off.
break.
I mean,
Give
listen.
me a break.
Like I said, people are waking up and people are unhappy with how things are. You know, people are not happy with how their neighborhoods look, how things are being run, how things are being kept from them. I mean, let's go to the clip. I want to show everybody the woman from Chicago.
Yes.
On clip 12, she's outraged because of how bad her neighborhood is and how poor things are. So let's go to that one. I want to go to clip 12. Make sure we get that one in.
That you are a disgrace. I'm an 80-year-old woman, and I've never seen anything like this. I grew up in the Jim Crow South, and the policies that you're passing in this city remind me of the Jim Crow South. I had to drink out of a colored water fountain, or the whites would drink out of a white water fountain. But you know what I didn't have to worry about? Going back to my community and it would be destroyed. And everybody else is in my community but black people. And this is what you've done with this immigration. You have allowed all these people, you brought all these people into this city. You are destroying this city. And the black community is flooded with all of these immigrants, violent ones, prostitution, gangs. You did that. You are doing this to your people. You are an absolute disgrace to me. Like I said, I drank out of that colored water fountain, but I could go back to that black community that was intact. Women are crying. Taxes are going up. What am I going to do with my children? Where are we going to go and live? This is because of you, Brandon Johnson. You're destroying the south side of Chicago with your policy, all under the Democratic Party. You are a disgrace.
You are a disgrace. I thought Trump was the disgrace. Remember, she called him a disgrace like 3 or 4 times
You'll
throughout the
never
debate.
see her on MSNBC,
Yeah.
that's for sure.
No, she'll be banished. She'll be banished. She won't be clipped again.
See her.
Yeah, I know.
That poor lady, she could be in big trouble now.
But I mean, she's 100% right. She's 100% right. And I think people are really waking up and seeing the negative effects and the horrible things that are happening because of policies like the Democrats have.
Do you know why Trump is in Long Island right now?
Yeah.
Let me tell you a little secret about New York. When I was there for a month, in Queens, the illegals had the whole streets lined with their illegal stuff that the people who pay taxes, who own businesses and were trying to sell stuff, couldn't sell anything because the entire sidewalk was covered with these illegal, we're going to put our crap on a blanket market.
Yeah.
Then you would go to other blocks and there were hookers galore. Hook, can I call them hookers? Do I?
Yeah, no,
but
that's
just
fair,
women of the night. I don't know what else to call. Just
women of the night.
Bring it up.
Women of the night.
And it was so depressing.
Yeah.
And then I used to rehearse on 8th Avenue, which is like where a lot of the migrant hotels are. And it was a very sad thing. Like I'd have to go into rehearsal, and the only thing I saw was Jesus. Have mercy on us. God, I'm with you. And I got to tell you, that gave me so much comfort that I said, please, if we just focus on Jesus, maybe we might be okay. If we start treating people humanely, maybe we might be okay. But what we're doing to these migrants is despicable. But worse, what we're doing to fellow Americans is despicable. And how come we have money for all the migrants to have a hotel room when we have so many homeless veterans in this country?
Homeless vets. Just homeless people in general. It's so bad.
But the veterans too.
Yeah.
Like we don't make sure that they have a hotel room. We don't make sure that they have a place to live after sacrificing for this country.
100%.
It's just disgusting. I have to tell you, the Democrat Party, everybody's waking up. And if you're with Jesus, it's a lot easier to wake up.
100%.
But if you don't believe in God and you believe in government, you're probably still head in the clouds.
Still head in the clouds. No, I mean, it's true. And like you said, I really think that people are waking up and seeing how inhumane these Democrat policies are. And listen, you know who else is inhumane and who are feeling the effects of these horrible policies? Are the cats.
Oh my God!
Are the cats. And everybody was making jokes. There's no credible evidence. This isn't happening. This is a farce. This is a fake. Well, let's go to clip 15. This is a live news report from Springfield, Ohio on Springfield, Ohio Evening News. This is what's going on. Clip 15.
Pet owners in the Springfield neighborhood after really a disturbing incident caught on camera. The owner of this cat tells News4Jax Ashy was attacked and killed on her front step and then taken Saturday night. This happened on Red Wing Street near Maine. This comes as Springfield neighbors say several cats have gone missing recently.
Look at that
cat.
cat.
Reporter Eric Avanier spoke to one witness, and we want to warn you, the details are disturbing.
Multiple incidents of in and outdoor cats coming up missing have one thing in common. They're disappearing overnight. A neighbor who witnessed the latest incident says he pulled out his cell phone and recorded something he could not believe. Saturday night around 11, a suspect described as a skinny man believed to be in his mid to early 30s with a thin mustache wearing all black clothing and black boots was seen attacking a family's cat named Ashy. Carlos Spencer witnessed the incident while sitting in his car across the street. He says Ashy was sitting on her owner's front steps when the man first walked past the home and placed a white tarp on the ground.
And he came back and started coaxing the cat, communicating with the cat. And once he put his hand up, he just grabbed it, quickly took it down, walked it over here, and just kneeled on top of it.
Spencer says that's when he took out his cell phone and started recording video of the man attacking the
Great
cat.
quality video.
I was able to film
Let me
him,
tell you, that's what we need.
bound the cat some kind of way, and put it in a plastic tarp and walk.
That's just, listen, the cats, the poor cats are like, listen, you know what you got to do. You got to get on board and vote for Trump. Protect the cats.
But in all fairness, I hope this brings some kind of awareness that you guys, Springfield, Ohio, the population was like 60,000, and they just dropped 20,000 migrants there like overnight. Could you imagine the kind of stress that had to have on their infrastructure and everything else?
Yeah.
But if you're going to be a sanctuary city, you got to think about the consequences. And Corey, you're right. We are in a republic.
Yeah.
That's why we have Ron DeSantis here in Florida, and he's going after that assassin. Because let me tell you something, that guy is not just going to walk away scot-free. He has Ashley Moody in on it.
Yep. No,
he has Ashley Moody on it.
Yep.
And let me tell you, we're going to get to the bottom of this whole whatever that guy, wackadoo, Rolf is the last name?
Yes. Oh, the guy's name?
Yeah, the guy's name.
Yeah, Ryan Ruth.
Ryan Ruth. So yes, we are a constitutional republic. That's why we're in a safe republic right now in Florida.
That's right, in Florida.
Good luck, sanctuary city dwellers. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, enjoy the sanctuary cities. Because this is only going to get worse. This is going to continue, especially if you let Kamala win and you go and vote for Kamala and support this type of thing. It's only going to get worse. It's a spiral, and it's bad. It's bad. It's just bad. It's all around bad, and you need to wake up. Like my mom was saying here. My partner, she was saying, you got to open your eyes, open your ears, open your hearts, and open your mouth. Get out there and say that this is wrong. Get out there and say what's going on in this country cannot continue to go on. We need to push back. We can't allow the mainstream media and people to go out there and think that this is okay and let Kamala Harris run the show.
She
lies
not a fit. All the time. You got to stop the lies, stop the hate, and you have to have courage. Trump took a bullet for this country.
Almost
I
took
think
two.
that you can take a little harsh words from some of the Karens out there who are going to try to call you all kinds of names for supporting Trump. But hopefully we've given you enough evidence that you can say, wait a minute, don't be a wackadoo. There were TV reports. It wasn't them being racist. It was that they're stealing cats. Wait a minute. There are wars that are going on in this country that are bad. No, wait a minute. There are communities that are being ruined in this country due to the Democrat policies. And that's why I'm voting Trump. It has nothing to do with anything other than me loving my country and loving my fellow Americans.
That's right. America first, Coach.
Yes.
America first.
Make America great again.
Yes.
All right? And make America healthy again.
Yep.
And when you have RFK Jr. and you have Tulsi Gabbard coming on board and saying, we're going to unite and we're going to go against these neocons, you better listen. You better listen. I'm sorry. It's the truth.
No, I agree. You're spot on. You're hammering it down today. And this is real stuff, guys. Like, this is what's actually going on behind the curtain. It's not the big song and dance that they feed you with the mainstream media. This is what's actually going on in the world. This is why this stupid Ukraine war is still going on. It's because bullshit like this. That war should have been over years ago.
And the sad part is we have so much more we could show you, but we're running out of time.
We're running out of time.
So much more. So please pray for our country.
Yep.
Pray for courage that you can start doing the right thing and advocating for our country to go in a new direction. Turn the page.
Turn the page. Time to turn the page.
Oh my gosh.
Dad said it perfectly. When Jim Crow is a step up, you have a problem. It's time to turn the page. It's time to turn the page. When Jim Crow was better than what you got now, come on, guys. Come on. Who's really going back? Kamala was like, we can't go back. Who's really going back? 12 out of the last 16 years. 12 out of the last 16 years. The country is a shithole right now. It's time to wake up and push back. Let's go. It's big election season. We're here every week. It's time to push back. Step up. Open your eyes. Open your ears. Open your mouth. Get out there. It's time to step up. We can't allow this woman to keep running the show. It cannot happen. It just can't. I'm sorry. It cannot happen. We can't keep going down this road. For the cats. For the cats. And please, for the cats. And we have a great new theme song for the show, too. We'll do clip 16 for the cats. We got to do it real quick. This is going to be our new theme song. I love this clip.
They're eating the dogs. They're eating the cats. Eat the cat. Eat the cat. They're eating the dogs. They're eating the cats. Eat the cat. Eat the cat.
That's what's going on. So think of that song. Every time somebody talks to you and gives you a hard time, they're eating the dogs. They're eating the cats. Eat the cats. Eat the cats. That's what's going on.
That's what you got to hope, that they're eating the cats and that it's not some Santeria or something. Then you really better start praying.
Because it could be. It could be
sorry.
some
Wake up, people. Wake up, people.
We're in trouble. But Coach, I mean, listen. Like we said, we had a great episode here. I do want to talk about though real fast before we get going here. That we were like shadow banned off of the What's Happening Pensacola page.
Because we're too political.
The shadow banned. I mean, we try to connect with the community as much as possible and highlight, things that are going on. And if people have questions, we want to be able to answer the questions and help you out. And What's Happening Pensacola kind of pushed us off, and they said you can't, advertise your stuff here. that kind of frustrated me a little bit. So, shame on you, what's happening in Pensacola, pushing us off there. But if you know anybody who does have questions about what's going on in Pensacola, feel free to reach out to us. We would be happy to help you out. And what is happening in Pensacola, Coach? Walk for the Poor this Saturday, 8 a.m., Pensacola Catholic High School, 8 a.m. Sign up. I Donate is in the description of the video. And then the following weekend after, September 29th, movie trailer premiere, Foley Civic Center. That is also in the description of the video. Get on there. Make sure you're buying your tickets and make sure you're donating. We appreciate you guys. Thank you guys for hanging out with us every week. We love all you guys. Coach, any final words you want to leave everybody with? Perfect. We'll see you guys next week. Same time, same place. Thanks, guys.